Let me know where you are watching from in the chat box. Okay, okay. Possibly. There are regional restrictions that apply, so check our terms and conditions to know if this applies to you. Okay, good. All right. Sorry for the short interruption. I believe you can hear me now. All right. Sorry for the short interruption. Okay, I believe you can hear me now. All right. Sorry for the short interruption. I believe you can hear me now. Okay, so we are going through this strategy, and we're going to be looking at what the strategy consists of, what kind of trader is the strategy suitable for, and when to use the strategy. So let's go straight to the live session. All right, so here is our live session. Okay. So here's our live session where we'll be taking our trades. So here we were looking at GBP USD. So let's kick off with GBP USD. Okay. Now let's go to the daily time frame. So we can see clearly here that the daily time frame, let's zoom in. Okay, good. Now you can see the daily time frame on the GBP USD has been on an uptrend. If we look at it from this eye view, yeah, we're gonna see that it's been on an uptrend. Okay, let me take this back. All right. Now, what next is we are going to mark levels of support and resistance. Okay? We're going to map out levels of support and resistance. So let's do this. So map out levels of support and resistance. Okay, these are key levels of support and resistance. This is on the daily time frame. Okay, and we can see how price bounced from here down, moved up, broke out, came back, broke downwards, then went up again, rallied at the resistance level, broke out from resistance level, and currently now you know on the bullish momentum. So this is what we want to examine also in order to forecast what next is price going to do. So for us to do that now, we are examining the higher time frame, which is the daily time frame. All right, and we're examining the daily time frame. So here is the daily time frame. Now let's zoom in, zoom out on what is currently going on in the market. So here we can see that you know this level was a resistance zone that was finally broken out of, and this resistance zone has now turned support. All right, this resistance zone has now turned support, and went up here, was then met with another resistance and pushed back, and we can see that price played around at this support zone, okay, and currently going up. So currently price is here, and now we have to decide where would price go next. That is the question that we are asking. What would price do next? What would be the next goal of price? So from here, we're going to go to the 4 hours time frame. Now we are going to the 4 hours time frame in order for us to have a more clearer view, a more closer view as to what price is doing in a smaller time frame like the 4 hours time frame. And here already we can see that price has been respecting this support and resistance zone. This is a resistance turned support zone. So you can see how price has been resisted here for a while. Then a breakout happened at the spot. When a breakout happened, we can see how price has been trying to, test the resistance, now turned support. Okay, and went up, came down, and has rallied at this point. Okay, now here, this is where price is currently seated. Okay, price is currently seated here. Now the question is, what's next for price? That's the question. What is next for price? All right. So if you now go closer, if you zoom in and out, you definitely see that there are some key levels that might determine the next direction of price, and those key levels is what we're going to examine. All right, so there's a higher chances that price would close up on this gap, okay, and from here push back up. Also, there's also a chance that price would rally at this level and just push back up from this level instead of going further down. So there are two things we might see happen here. Price coming down, okay, to this level, and going up. So price will come touch this support zone before it then moves up. Okay. However, price can also move up almost immediately at this level. These are the two possibilities that would most likely happen here. So when we zoom out on this, so you can see what's happening here. Now, looking at the candlestick, there is definitely more sellers in the market. There is more sell momentum with this move. Check the second to the last candle that recently closed. Okay, you would see that the sell candle is as full bodied. Okay, is pointing to the direction, to the downwards direction, showing active sell momentum. All right, it's showing active sell momentum. That is what we need to observe. So this level is very pivotal. If you are risk averse and you don't want to take too much risk, then you want to wait to see what price will do at this level. Now, for price reaction at this level, then we might look at something say here. So if price breaks out of this resistance zone here, then you are looking to buy. All right, but if price closes and breaks out at this level, then you are looking to sell, and then your take profit level should be here at 1.34049. okay, and then because price would definitely, or most likely, not definitely now, most likely reverse at this level, because this level here is a demand zone, is a critical demand zone. So price might fall to the demand zone and pick up much later. Okay, awesome. So now let's go down to the 1 hour time frame and see if we can find a decision. Okay, now looking at the 1 hour time frame, look closely at what had already happened. Look at this place very closely. Look at this place very closely. What did you observe? Price had already dropped below the support zone. All right, price had already dropped below the support zone. And when price drop below the support zone, so we just see that price is pushing up a bit. However, this push up here, this green candle, this last green candle currently forming is not sustainable. All right, it might just be the normal moves where price just want to relax before continuing his journey. Let me say, before price continues his journey down here. you know so and that's it. All right, that's it. So this is, if you have any question, drop it in the chat box. If you have any question, drop it in the chat box, guys. If you have any question, drop it in the chat box. Okay, let's explore Euro USD. Okay, so this is Euro USD. Let me take this off. All right, so this is Euro USD chart. Let's go down to the daily time frame. Okay, let's go back to the daily time frame. Good. So here we are at daily time frame, and you can see that we currently are in a buy position. So last week, let me see. Okay, so we're currently in a buy position, and last week we set a buy stop order, all right, of which we can see that our buy stop order has been triggered, and our trades have been moving, and we are currently in profit. So let's see the position we took. So we bought Euro USD last week Thursday, and here we are currently in profit. And that's how you do it. So if you're in that session, you definitely have known that, okay, we set a buy stop order and a sell stop order. Okay, because price was going to go either ways. Okay, price was either going to go on the buy side, or price was going to go on the sell side. So we had to decide that. All right, good. So let's cancel this order. So let's cancel this order, and then let's take let's close our trade on Euro USD. So let's close our trade on Euro USD. Good. So we have closed our trade on Euro USD, and we've made some cash. Now let's examine Euro USD and see if we can find a position. Okay, good. If you have any question, please drop it in the chat box. If you have any question, drop it in the chat box, guys. Okay, so we're going to examine the Euro USD market. Okay, so let's go closer. Now, let me take this off. Now let's examine Euro USD on the daily time frame. So I pick my so this is I'm mapping out levels, key levels of support and resistance. Okay, key levels of support and resistance. Okay, so here we have key levels of support and resistance. There yet another key level of support and resistance. So observe with me that at this level here, price could not break out because the resistance was stronger, and price rallied and formed a consolidated market here, and finally a breakout from this level. Okay, then price rallied at this level, rallied up again, and broke out of this resistance zone, turned support. Now let's zoom in closer to where it broke out into and what is the current state of price. Now if you look closely here, you definitely see that price broke out of this zone, came back for a retest, and currently moving back up. Now this is just a clear sign of a buy momentum. In fact, price reversing here and pushing back up already gave us a clear entry to buy. All right, because if you look at price movement all the way, you definitely see that for every breakout there's always a pullback and then a buy momentum. So, and this is the trajectory that we are seeing currently on Euro USD. Okay, can you see that? Good. So what we are doing here, this is a clear buy signal, a clear buy signal. However, for further confirmation, let's go down to the 4 hours time frame. So clearly we can see from the 4 hours time frame, so here good. So we can see that what I'm expecting to see from this level here, I'm expecting to see a breakout of this level. Let me change this to white. So I'm expecting to see a breakout of this level. All right. So I'm bullish on Euro USD. All right. I'm bullish on Euro USD. So now I want to place a buy order. Okay. I want to place a buy order. Now someone says, how do you set up and adjust your lot size? Mine is just 0.01. Not sure how to adjust it. All right, look at my screen. So I come here, you can see there is a minus sign, there is a plus sign. Okay, there's a minus sign, there's a plus sign. So I come to the plus sign and I give it a single tap, and you can see that it's increased by 0.01. I now have 0.02. Okay, now I want to use 0.03 to pick this trade, so I add one more 0.01. So now I have 0.03. all right, so because I want to buy at the current market price, because I believe that Euro USD would keep going up, so I click on my buy order. So currently now I have my buy order. Okay, now I want to set my stop loss. All right, I want to set my stop loss. Okay, so now this is what I'm gonna do. So I want to set my stop loss here, and let me put my stop loss here, and my take profit level would be here. Can you see that? Good. So you can see my stop loss is here, my take profit is here. So let's adjust this order now. Good. So I want to set in my take profit level, and I want to set in my stop loss level. So once I do that, I drag my stop loss level here. All right. And drag my take profit level here. Fantastic. So once I do that, now you can see that I'm willing to risk $24 in order to make $57. And that is worth it because your risk should be 2:1. So you are risking one ratio of one, okay, to win ratio of two. All right. So now I would now confirm my changes. So once I confirm my changes, my stop loss order has been put, so which is my risk management is now in place. Good. So here I have this. Okay. And this is fantastic. This is what this is our position for Euro USD. Now it will interest you that if you have any question with regards to this, please do to drop your question in the chat box. It will interest you that observe that I put in my take profit and my stop loss. I did not come with the assumption of let me leave it. Okay, let the trade just run on its own. No, you cannot assume when trading. All right, just leave the stop loss, set the stop loss, and set the take profit level. Okay, and we are done with the live practical session. Now, let's have a view of what it is to manage your risk. Okay, how to manage your risk as a trader. Now, how do you manage your risk as a trader? Number one, if you are new, for those who are new, it is expected that you start with a demo account. So you go to our platform, the Octa platform, open a demo account, and practice trading with virtual money to understand the market and your strategy without risking real capital. Two, use a stop loss order. Always set a stop loss to limit potential losses on every trade. Okay. Three, trade with a risk to reward ratio. Aim for a minimum of 1:2 risk to reward ratio, meaning you should aim to gain at least twice of what you are risking. This is very, very important. On the other hand, also, you need to risk only a small percentage per trade. So you have to limit your risk to 1 to 2% of your trading count per trade to prevent significant losses. Diversify your trades. This is very, very important. Avoid putting all your eggs into a single trade or currency pair. It's important that you spread your risk, diversify your trade. 6, avoid over trading. So there are times where you take a trade and you make a loss, then there is a trigger to take another trade. Avoid it. Okay? At that moment, you're already putting emotions in your trading. It's also important that you stick to your trading plan. Have a trading plan in order for you to avoid emotional trading. Have a trading plan. 8, keep up with the market news. It's important because as traders, you need to stay in the know. You need to be aware of what is going on. Okay? Avoid over trading. Review and adjust your strategies regularly. It's important that as a trader, you continuously analyze your trades to see which area is it deficient and what how to refine it. All right? Good. Now, one interesting thing is we have our app, our Octa trading app that runs for 24 hours in 7 days. And so do our customer support. We have various educational resources. We have strong commitment to protect your funds and your data security. Octa offers a wide range of trading instruments with low spread, fast execution, and zero commission. You can get it on the Google Play Store and also on the Apple Store. Go there and download it now. There is a free promo code for you. It is called Tunmise 100. The promo code is Tunmise 100. So how do you take advantage of it? In just 5 steps, and I'm going to tell you. 1. Open the Octa trading app or visit our official website. Go to your profile, find the promo code section in the menu, enter the promo code and press activate. Make a deposit and enjoy your bonus. If you are looking to double your deposit, take advantage of this promo code. Now, what we have discussed today, we have looked into price action, we have reviewed the strategies on a live trade. We've also talked about trading principles that you as a trader must follow. Now, what are the key takeaways from what we've shared? 1. Always analyze trading instruments. Review your actions and reflect on your decision. Keep up with the latest market news. Use educational resources to enhance your knowledge of trading strategies and tools. So, we have come to the end of this session and we value your feedback. Please scan the QR code on the screen. It would only take you 1 minute of your time. It's a survey to get your feedback on how we can improve our future webinars. All right? Help us in